The Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
It always amazes me when somebody loves a celebrity so much that they decide to permanently put that person on their body with a tattoo or a tribute to that person. Because I don't think there's many people. I love Emma Stone. And what kind of
people are passionate, man. They do it all the time. It's just a regular thing these days.
Well, a Harry Styles fan.
That's next level, man.
Yeah, she's wanted to get something to commemorate her love of Harry Styles and his recent concert as well. And the song "Adore You." So in the song "Adore You," and a few people have been doing this, a part of the film clip is actually a fish that's in a coffee pot. So you know the ones in America when they're filling up your coffee from the diner?
The drip filter jugs.
Yeah, so it's a fish just in that. So a few
people...
It's
not great for the fish, I wouldn't think.
Yeah,
they don't like coffee.
No, it's in water.
That's what they're
I don't know. You might not have seen it. There's weirder things that happen in film clips. So anyway, so she got so she went in there and she said, like, okay, this is what I want to do. So back and forth in there, they're sharing designs, and some of the designs that she was getting back she wasn't very happy with. So then she sent a reference photo of the actual breed of the fish that she researched and then sent that to them and said, this is what I want. And she sort of wanted it a little bit more realistic and stuff like that. And then she said to the woman, said, okay, I've changed it. She goes, can I have a look? And she goes, no, we'll just stencil it straight on
there's
you.
a red flag.
So
where was she getting it on her body?
I think it was on her back, man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So she couldn't even see it as it was being done?
No. So the tattoo's done, and then she's been showing the tattoo. And this was her response.
This was me the second that I got it, lost it, looked at it, and because I'm such a people pleaser, this is also partially my fault, as we'll see. I looked at it, said, oh my God, it's perfect, thank you so much.
Now, after she said, oh my God, it's perfect, thank you so much, she went to the car and bawled her eyes out and made this TikTok video. The photo
made the TikTok video.
yeah, that's right, immediately.
This photo is of the fish. It's so very bad.
And the jug's not great either. The jug's got a weird bulge at the front.
I don't mind the jug.
What? Oh, you love jugs, though.
It's misshapen, Sean. It's misshapen.
One short. But, yeah.
And also, that's a big fish relative to the size of the jug.
And also, she was looking for something a little bit more realistic, and this is like a full-blown cartoon.
Yeah.
Anyway,
and the fish looks angry.
She's paid the money, and she said, I love it.
That's Nathan. Sean, you know what? These people are out there, and they're listening right now. The people that are dissatisfied with something. It could be their hair. It could be work that's done at their house. It could be anything at all. But when they're asked their opinion on it, did you like it? They go, oh, my God, thank you so much. Yes, I love it.
I mean,
but
also...
then they go and cry.
Every meal ever, when you've paid a lot of money for a beautiful meal out, and they come and clear your plates and go, how was it? You go, oh, it's amazing, thank you.
No,
and then you're like, no.
You don't. You got to say it.
Yeah.
Got to say it.
I mean, you say it on Nathan's behalf usually, like when he's...
Yeah.
I try to pull it up now because it's in the best interests of the business, because if you go away and start telling people...
Yeah,
their business.
I'm furious in private, but when I'm faced to have
with the actual people who've delivered it. Same. I would never say anything.
Years ago, I was in a drive-through with one of my mates, and we were in there for ages, and literally before we got to the window, and we were like 10 minutes, and we were stuck. So
you're trapped. Yeah,
I was going off my brain, saying what I was going to say to them. This is disgusting. They're only bloody cooking takeaway food. What's the wait? If you can't get 3 people quick enough, then why even have a drive-through? I was going mental. And then we pulled up to the window.
And what did you say to the 15-year-old?
No, we pulled up to the window, and then the chick said, oh, my God, we're so sorry about the wait. And I went, that's okay. And I just kept my mouth shut.
Let's hear from you, 13 24 10. Have you been in that situation where you clearly were not happy with it, with whatever it might be, but you went, oh, no, I love it so much, thank you.
Yeah, these are people pleasers.
You were privately devastated.
Yeah, we're going to give somebody $300 to spend at B Store, where people will genuinely say, oh my God, I love it. Experience shoes that love you back at bstore.com.au. But we are talking about, people pleasers, the people that go, oh my God, it's perfect, I love it. We want to know what was actually wrong with it.
Grania, hello.
Hi. So pretty similar. When I was 18, I wanted to get my eyebrows tattooed on, like a proper cosmetic tattoo.
Yes.
Yep.
And when I sat up and looked in the mirror, I was blonde at the time, and they were jet black. and they were like slugs. And I looked at her and I smiled and said thank you, and then got in my car and drove the hour trip home, crying the whole way home.
Oh, Grania.
You know what? When it's permanent, it's on your face.
Yes.
Yeah. What was the cost too, Grania?
I paid about $450.
Jesus, you're handing over
they faded a bit though, surely, yeah?
Yeah, so cosmetic tattooing lasts about 2 years, and then they pretty much fade back. They're pretty much gone. So, but yeah, for 2 years I had jet black eyebrows.
I have to tell you, Graham.
Everybody thought you were Tony Gallardi's daughter.
One of my most favourite memories with my mum is me taking my mum in to get her eyebrows tattooed on, and that was such a bad job, and I could not stop laughing because Mum didn't say, "Oh my God." Thank you so much, they were perfect. Mum's shock of mum's look of shock and horror in that chair
was enough.
Was everyone knew something bad had happened.
Well, when you're shocked with those eyebrows, it stands out.
It really was.
Thanks, Grania. Angela, hello.
Hey, how are you?
Hi, Ange. You a bit of a people pleaser, Ange. What happened?
Yeah, I am really bad. So it starts with I was at work. I was outside of my truck talking to a co-worker. And he gives me this juice, which was really good, and I opened the door, and then he starts bringing me other little gifts. And he gave me this minty, and it tasted like a candle, and I couldn't spit it out, so I had to eat the whole thing.
Yes.
Talk to him for 10 minutes afterwards.
Oh.
And then, yes, now he's ordering me a box. And
Oh,
no! Because you were loving them, Angela. No.
Ange.
It tasted like candles.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad.
So, wait there, why did he give you, why did he order you a box? Because he saw that you were enjoying it so much?
Because you were so into it.
Yeah, because I was pretending that I loved it. I couldn't tell him to his face, but it was the worst thing I think I've ever eaten.
Oh, no.
Ange.
You got to be careful about overacting, don't you?
That's right.
Really getting into it.
You've got to find the sweet spot.
Yeah,
You're right,
Keep a
Sean.
lid on it. Oh, Ange, thank you. Shamim, hello.
Hi, how are you?
Shamim. Okay, are you a people pleaser too? What happened?
I'm generally not, but I have a tattoo that I've had for 20 years, and it's of a tiger, and it has two noses. And I just have to pretend that I love it.
What? So when did you realise it had two noses?
Immediately after he did it, and it was a big guy. His name was Chook, and I couldn't tell him. I was so scared of him, and I was like, yeah, no, I love it. And immediately, the tiger has got two noses. So for 20
Tony the
years,
two-nosed
I have a tiger.
Who's been a two-nosed tiger?
Oh, big Chook,
A
you know.
two-nosed tiger.
Yeah.
Did you cry afterwards?
I did, but I had to also go, no, this is what I wanted. I chose to do this. It was like an empowerment thing.
Yeah.
I was like, no, I'm gonna wear it.
I don't think it
love
shows
it.
Embrace it.
two noses. Or
I really do love
Two noses.
bloody Chook.
Yeah.
Shamim, do you want to ask him? Of course, you'd still want
No,
to
she's
ask
not
him.
going to ask him. If he says the size of him,
She's frightened of him. His name's Chook.
But you go, I love it. Oh, two noses. That's so original. What were you thinking? You know, can't you go with it that way?
No, you have to say how much you love it and then leave. And then wait 20 years and ring a radio
all the way
station.
home. Thanks, Shamim. Cracker. All right, we've got to do more. 13, 24, 10. Is there a time where you got something done or whatever, you bought something and you're like, oh my God, I love it so much.
Maybe
but you didn't. You hated it.
Maybe work at your house as well,
Yes.
you know? Yeah.
$300 to spend at the B store is up for grabs. Give us a call.
Jacinta's in Cloverdale. Hey, Jacinta.
Hi. Also, it's Jacinta with a T.
Sorry, it's Jacinta.
Yeah.
Oh.
There you go.
Well, there we go.
How dare somebody change it to
I
a
know.
J?
We're sorry,
to
Jacinta.
common old Jacinta.
Exactly. Jacinta, what happened?
So I was at one of my old work cafes, because I used to work as a waitress, and I don't think the manager that I used to work with, I don't think she knew I was allergic to almond milk.
Yes.
And she gave me a coffee, and because she knows I'm lactose intolerant, so she gave me a different milk.
Yes.
But she didn't tell me which one, and she put almond milk in it, and we were eating, and I took a sip, and she came over, in the middle of me eating, and I was actually, I'm allergic, so I was having a bad allergic reaction, and I coughed, and it was so noticeable, and she came over, she was like, is everything all good? How's the drink? How's the food? And I was like, and she was so excited to see me because she hasn't seen me in a while.
Yeah.
And I was having this allergic reaction. My throat was going red. It was swelling up.
Yeah.
And she was like, how is it? And I couldn't really talk. So I was like, yes, it's really good.
Oh my
You were
God.
dying.
You're dying. You're in
Jacinta.
anaphylaxis.
Is your airways closing?
And I didn't have pen on me. So, and I was really good. And she was like, because we were about to go as well. I was like, can I please, this is how bad it is, guys.
Yeah.
I was like, can I please get a takeaway container? Because it's just so good, but I just need to go. And then She gave me one. She must have thought I was being so rude, but I just couldn't
You
tell
were
her.
dying. You were dying.
You're dying.
You know, Jacinta's one of those people that will quietly die in the laneway alone.
Because she
not
doesn't want to
cause a
bother
fuss.
anyone.
Not to cause a fuss.
You're a very nice person, Jacinta, but don't put your body on the line like that. Extraordinary. Thank you. Liz, hello.
Oh, how you going, guys?
Oh,
Good, Liz.
Okay, talk to us. What happened?
Okay, so it was 4 weeks before my wedding. This is quite a long time ago. And I decided that I would get a bit of body in my fine, limp hair and get like a body wave. So I grabbed a hairdresser.
lovely.
Didn't want to like the spiral perm. I was quite clear. Just a slight wave would be fine. Anyway, put some solution on. I'm, knee deep in That's Life or whatever it was in the magazine.
Yes.
And then at some point I thought, what's that smell? And then I thought, oh, my God, I've had this on my head for ages. So I attract someone's attention, like, where's my hairdresser?
Yeah.
Oh, she had to leave. Her kid broke her arm.
Oh.
So meanwhile, I'm just cooking in the corner.
Yes.
She'd taken the rollers off and they were literally falling off into the basin.
Oh.
Your curl.
So what, like your hair's falling out?
My hair is melted off by this point.
Yeah.
And I sat up into the mirror and she goes, short hair, what do you think? And I was like in my head, F you.
Yeah.
But on the outside, I'm like, oh, yeah, I love it.
I was looking to get my hair chemically beat off.
Liz, why?
Got in my car and cried. Got home, my husband goes, I'm not marrying that.
What did you do? Wear a hat at your wedding? What
No,
happened?
I went and paid $4,000 and got hair.
Oh, my God, Liz.
So, not quite as bad as dying from anaphylaxis.
I know, but she didn't die.
Liz, I don't understand how you're sitting there and all that stuff's happening in your head and you go...
Oh, thank you. It's awesome, this new pixie cut
And then
that
you've
you've
got to
burnt
pay.
in
What did you pay for the hair? Like,
for the perm.
I don't know. She offered to give it to me for half price. I mean, I shouldn't have paid.
And did you refuse and say, no, I'll pay?
No, did I pay?
So she wanted to give you a discount and you went, oh, no, I love it so much, I'll pay double, please.
I love the way the ends are singed. It's beautiful. Oh, Liz, that's amazing.
Liz,
Thank you. I hope you've learned to speak up. Cheryl, you got to round us out, Cheryl. What have you got for us?
Hi, guys.
Hi, Cheryl.
So, a couple of years ago, my old boss bought me a shirt for my birthday.
Yes.
And it was the ugliest shirt I've ever seen. I don't know if you guys have seen Seinfeld, but you know how he gets that ruffled shirt?
Oh, the pirate shirt.
Shirt, yeah.
That's what it was like, but it was baby poo brown. And he actually kept asking me, when are you going to wear this shirt, to work? And then, when are you going to wear this shirt? Because we used to hang out after work as well.
Yeah.
And one day I had to wear it to work, and the looks that I was getting from people laughing at me, it was the ugliest shirt I've ever seen in my life. And others would comment that as well.
Of course they would.
But the risk is he sees you wearing that and he really goes, I'm getting another one. Here's another one.
Because she said how much she loved it.
Yeah. She looks
and of course,
amazing.
every girl loves any garment in poo brown.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Exactly.
Cheryl, that's too good.
Oh.
Thank you, everybody. That gave us a rollicking good laugh. Everybody we spoke to is in the running for Nova's 10K a day, mate.
I know, 6 people.
Yeah, how about
Well
that?
done to everybody. $300 to spend at B-Store. Experience shoes that love you back at bstore.com.au. Liz.
Oh,
Tough
Liz,
to go past.
mate.
Gee, they're all great, though.
$4,000 on hair extensions.
You cannot.
That hurts.
Extraordinary.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
Yesterday on Millionaire Hot Seat, heard a story from Greg. Greg told a story.
Your brother Greg?
Not my brother Greg. This is random Greg, who was a contestant on Millionaire Hot Seat, funnily enough. And he was talking about the time that he encountered Hollywood actor Matthew McConaughey in a pub in Cairns when he was on a footy trip.
All right.
That's pretty cool.
Have a listen to this.
PJ O'Brien's was the venue, so got there about 10 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah, footy trip.
Footy trip, as you're probably well aware of dealing with things.
Yes.
So just started talking to this guy, found him super interesting. He was a bit left of centre. He was drinking triple vodka Red Bull. I was just drinking, pots, all I could afford.
Yeah.
Anyway, a crowd started to work out who he was, so he got a bit spooked, got out of there. So I'd been drinking with him for a good 6 hours. Bartender comes up to me and bang, here's the bill. I'm only 18. I've had to call my dad to give me a transfer to pay for this thing.
He got stiff with the bill.
That's a tough call to make, Dad. I need a whole heap of money because Matthew McConaughey drank me dry.
Oh, my God.
It's been a while since I've purchased a drink out at a bar. What's
you normally have
vodka?
You normally have men buying them for you.
No. Usually I'll get them free, which is nice.
Well, bourbon and Coke were about $15. Harry, you might know.
So
what
a triple.
So a triple would be.
Yeah, the thing is, with the Red Bull mixer, that's a really expensive mixer as well. So you're looking, it could be $25 plus.
Yeah, it would be
smashing them for
6 hours.
I mean, this is a little while ago because that guy's 34 and it happened when he was 18.
Yeah.
But still.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, at the time.
Commensurate to his wages.
Imagine the conversation 6 hours in, you're talking to Matthew McConaughey, all the areas you would have covered.
Yeah, and also thinking, oh, this is great fun. I'm in with Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
He's a massive superstar. And I assume that Matthew McConaughey just thought one of his people were picking the bill up. But no, they've all just left together.
Yeah. If you're drinking with Matthew McConaughey for 6 hours...
You don't think you're paying.
Would you up your drink from a beer? Because he was just only have... Yeah, because you probably wouldn't think you're paying, would you?
Well, I mean, I just think that he's drinking Red Bulls, which I don't ever do, but obviously he's in for a long night and I want to come along, so I'd be smashing Red Bulls too.
Yeah, I know, but...
I'd be having Mother, all of it.
It was 10 a.m. as well.
Be firm.
We're talking 10 to 4.
Yeah, 10 to 4. Oh, yeah, so by lunchtime you'd be on the colours for sure.
Wouldn't you? And has he ordered a bowl of chips for the table or something? For sure. You have to.
Yeah. And you would have gotten a couple of extra sauces, like you would have got the garlic aioli.
Yeah.
The black garlic aioli, you would have gotten, and a sweet chili sauce back in the day.
Yeah.
Sean, you've got children about this age. Can you imagine a world where you get a call from them saying, look, Matthew McConaughey has stiffed me with the bill. Can you transfer me many hundreds of dollars?
If Lachlan rang me and said that was the case... I would be like flat because I don't like paying for anything, as you guys know, particularly with those guys, my children, that is. But I'll be pumped to hear the stories.
Yes, so the Matthew McConaughey adds some credibility to it. You don't mind paying because it's him.
All right, so what we want to talk about right now is when you have needed to be bailed out with money. So you're in a situation where you can't pay and you've had to make a call to someone to get them to pay for it. What was the situation you're in and who had to pay?
It's like that time Sean offered to pay for lunch for us. His credit card didn't work.
And none of us helped out.
You just sat there.
Yeah, you were just frantically transferring money left, right and centre.
All right, when you needed a cash bailout from someone, who was it and why were you stuck in this situation?
Was it Matthew McConaughey's fault?
Yes. We're going to give somebody $150 to spend at Autobahn Mechanical, putting the service back into service centres. Google Autobahn today. And remember, just for getting on air with us, you could be helping someone else with a cash bailout because you might have $10,000 at the end of the day.
A day in May, still going on if you get on air with us. Getting bailed out, hit us up. Misty, hello.
Hi, guys.
Oh, Misty, what happened?
So, start of 2019, my husband and I planned this beautiful trip to Japan. It was like a dream holiday. Went with some other friends that had been there many, many times before, so we had built-in tour guides. Did nearly 3 weeks there where we went to Kobe and Hiroshima, and my husband ate an oyster that made him very, very sick.
Oh.
He ended up back in a hospital in Kyoto, spent 9 days in there because he ended up with a big infection.
Oh, my God.
So he had to obviously cancel our flights because we were due to fly out a couple of days later. The flight people were great. Everything was good. Everything was sort of transferable and all that sort of stuff. I had to then ring my mum and get her to pay the hospital bill for us because they wouldn't let him out of the hospital without paying the bill.
Oh,
How
no.
much?
$5,500.
Oh, Misty, please tell me you had travel insurance.
We did, but it didn't cover us.
Oh,
why?
No,
because of the oyster clause.
Because my husband, that we didn't know at the time, but he had an underlying health condition that they then deemed was part of the cause of the problem, which we didn't know about. And they just said, not paying it.
But wait there.
Yeah, I know. But
and undiagnosed.
But
undiagnosed, untreated, and it was a big thing. But in the end, I just said, you know what, I just want to get home. I just want to come home to Australia. So my mum had to transfer me, but the problem was she could only transfer. She had one of those limit steps, so she could only transfer $2,000 a day. So she had to go to another bank, withdraw the cash, go to another bank. It was a disaster.
Was the oysters raw natural oysters or oysters Kilpatrick?
No, raw. The worst part is, Nathan, he's a chef.
Yeah.
And so he loves oysters. Well, loved oysters, and so do I. And I was like, just have one. They're the most beautiful oysters in the world. They'll be so delicious. I ate 2, and I was totally fine. And he had 1, and it floored him for 9 days.
And never eaten oysters since?
Never. God, no. No, never again. But yeah, it took us nearly 2 years to pay back the money, like just drip feeding it to Mum, and it was just,
a game of Russian roulette with oysters.
Yes.
That is pretty fun.
yeah.
Do they still serve oysters, Kilpatrick? I know that was an 80s
yes, they
thing.
do. They do. But,
so that's bacon and Worcestershire sauce, isn't it?
Yeah, so Christmas we always have oysters, and my mother-in-law will only eat them Kilpatrick.
Kilpatrick. That's so funny.
Yeah, only.
That's great.
I thought we'd left Kilpatrick in the past. But it's still a thing.
Bit of a retro thing. Courtney, hello.
Hi, how you going?
Hey,
Courtney, did you have to get someone to bail you out financially?
Oh, and funnily enough, mine's about Japan as well.
I really want to go. Maybe I'll take that off the list.
My husband and I were booking our honeymoon and thought, this amazing hotel had a fantastic deal. And we thought, great, we'll book it. We got there. We spent a beautiful week in Hakuba. You know, had a hot onsen. We had free range of the mini bar for free. And upon checkout, they gave us the bill, and it wasn't that amount for the whole trip. It was that amount per night.
What a deal that
How
was.
long were you there for?
What a great deal.
For a whole week. Yeah, it was
So the bill
ridiculous.
was 7
So we were
times
out of
what you were
pocket,
expecting.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
So how many-
And we didn't have enough money to pay.
Yeah.
And we're awkwardly sitting in the lobby thinking, freaking out.
No.
So anyway, we called up, we bailed up Mum and Dad and said, we need some help. And, they ended up transferring us the money, luckily. It was embarrassing.
What sort of price are we looking at? What around?
Oh, it was I don't know. It was something like, it might have been like $500
a day.
for the,
What do you think you're paying that for a week?
It ended up being $500 per night.
Yeah, so it's 3.5 grand.
What if you don't? This is the thing. Everyone straight away so far calls Mum and Dad.
Yes.
Yeah.
What if you can't call your mum and
Well,
dad?
Sean, remember when you couldn't pay at the hotel in Bali?
Yeah, Misty was, I do, because Misty was saying about credit card limits,
Yes.
and I think mine might have been a couple of $1,000 at the time when we went to the front, and we were running late to go to the airport, and that's why. And my friend Dennis's wife came out and
saved you.
Yeah, she was just there. She goes, and she just put a credit card across. I don't even know what it was in the air. Probably about $5 or $6 grand.
All right. Have you been bailed out financially? And was it Mum and Dad that you called, or was it someone around another guest at the hotel?
Paid for you.
If you couldn't call Mum and Dad, I'd love to hear who people are calling, or a sibling. If you couldn't call a family member, Hi, Christine.
Hi, how you going?
Good, Christine.
All right, tell us about your exciting tale.
Oh, exciting. It was pretty traumatic.
I love it.
We were on a Mediterranean cruise, had just finished I think it was a 9-night cruise, docked in Barcelona, went to pay our bill, which was, I think, somewhere around the line, the 2,900, 2,800, something like that.
Yeah.
And the guy that did the credit card transaction transposed the figures and took 9,200 out of our credit card, which, being an Australian credit card, just closed the thing down. So, unable to reverse the transaction, and we were stuck. They would not let us off the ship until we paid the fee.
So how did you do it?
Who did you call, Christine?
We literally marched to the entrance and said, you need to let us off. No, it would not let us off. We ended up having to call my brother-in-law, thankfully, who has a bit of money, and was able to transfer some money to us. It took. I mean, we were stuck there. I think we were thinking we were going to be going on the next cruise out, so doing a round trip. But no, luckily, we have a brother-in-law who's very generous and could help us out. So he he transferred the money to us. I don't think we're so grateful because I don't know many people that have got a brother-in-law that can give you that much money. So we were very lucky.
Don't call me.
I don't know, Christine. I sort of wanted this story to finish with you and your partner in the grand ballroom putting a magic show on every night for 3 weeks.
Or washing the dishes in the
amazing Christine.
Thanks, Christine. Jason Belia, hello.
Hi, good morning.
Hi,
Jay. Did you need to be bailed out?
I did. I decided to go to Greece for a little birthday treat. And unfortunately, I got my bags stolen with everything, as in passports, spare credit card. It was my birthday, so I'd taken it out to spoil myself.
Yeah.
And I ended up managing to get someone to lend me their €5 phone card. This is back in the day before we had all the mobile phones.
Yeah.
And because I was a receptionist at a company in London, I remembered that we had this guy called Chris Tizonaris, and I knew that was the only Greek guy that we had in the office.
Yes.
So I called through and said, can I speak to him? He was in finance. And, basically he hooked me up with his parents, who sent me €500 to get back to Athens.
So wait there, Chris, who works with parents, gave you money.
Yeah, I'd never, I was the receptionist.
Yes.
And I knew he was in finance. I knew he was Greek. So I called and said,
Did you know
I've been
him
robbed.
well?
No. I just knew that he was Greek.
So what did he say when you rang him? So you rang him and told him the situation. What happened? What did he say?
He was lovely. So I was stuck in Santorini.
Yeah.
My bag got stolen, so that had my ferry ticket, everything. I couldn't get back to the mainland.
Yeah.
And so I rang and... So basically his parents were in Athens, which was just, pure luck.
So
they, I was with a particular bank, HSBC at the time, so then they transferred me some money to get my ferry ticket back from Santorini to Athens. They met me at the harbour, gave me €500, and I had nothing at the time. Took me out for Greek gyros, and and it was amazing.
And you're
honestly.
ostensibly a stranger.
They met you for the first time.
Completely. Yep.
Wow.
Yep. And
That's
it was
amazing.
the most horrible day, but also the most amazing day.
What beautiful, generous people.
That is
I know.
so...
Yeah.
That is
great. Thank you,
And that was
Jay.
literally because I was reception and I knew his name from the reception list,
Yes.
and I have to patch through calls.
That's amazing. I love that.
Yeah.
It's a lovely story. $150 to spend at Autobahn Mechanical is going to come your way, Jay. And for
Beautiful,
everybody
Jay.
else we spoke to, Misty, Courtney and Christine, all fantastic. They're in the running for 10K a day now.
Of course they are.
Nathan, Nat and Shaun is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au. Nova.